Hey, what's up, and welcome back to Interpreting the Stars, where today I'll be reviewing Blood on Her Name, which is an independent film released by Vertical Entertainment, who also graciously sent me an early screener for an unbiased review. It'll be released to select theaters as well as on digital February 28th, and obviously it's available for pre-order now. A woman's panicked decision to cover up an accidental killing spirals out of control when her conscience demands she return the dead man's body to his family. So here's what you know when this film opens up. A man is dead, he's been killed, his blood is pooling around his body. Standing over his corpse is this woman that looks absolutely distraught, disturbed, stunned even, and it's clear that she has no idea what to do with the body. What you don't know is what happened, who the man is, why he's dead, and honestly what's going on through this woman's head because she doesn't tell the audience. But as the film progresses, you learn more and more about the event of what transpired, so you can consider this film to be a little bit of a mystery, even though IMDb doesn't list it off as such. There's different kinds of mysteries, though. There's the kind of mysteries where the main character is confused as to what happened, and they're acting as the detective of the film, figuring out things with the audience as the film goes on. And then there's the other kind of mystery where the character already knows what happened, and the only person who's actually left confused is you, the audience. Blood on Her Name is the latter mystery, and it's the latter type of mysteries that kind of bug me because the main characters don't really have goals. They're not really trying to do anything specifically or to figure out a mystery, because nothing is a mystery to them, only to you, and it just bugs me because I want there to be a drive. I want characters to have a goal that they're trying to accomplish by the end of the film, and there's not much of that in this movie other than maybe the woman trying not to get caught, which can only get you so far in any kind of narrative. The main thing you'll respect about this movie is the acting, particularly from Bethany and Lind, who has the honor of carrying this film on her shoulders. It's a very performance-driven film, and you get all of the emotion pouring through Lind's performance, and everything that she does is believable. It's very, very good. But it's also kind of a roller coaster movie at the same time. What do I mean by roller coaster movie? Well, like a roller coaster, it has its own peaks and valleys. The peaks are great. The peaks are filled with the atmosphere elements of the film, like tension, suspense, guilt, paranoia, fear, mystery. All of that stuff is really, really good. It's very well done in this film, but it's the valleys on the roller coaster that aren't the greatest. These dips really slow the pacing of the film down and calms it almost to a spot of normalcy, which feels a bit disconnected from everything else. Things found at the dip include the side stories when it comes down to her son, the father of her son, her own estranged relationship with her dad. These side stories aren't really connected to the main dead body story, and they're just kind of there to help develop her character and to explain some of her intrinsic values. Blah, 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 blah. Anyways, it's all malarkey. It just means to me that the functions of these characters aren't very important. The last time that I saw a bunch of characters in a movie that only served to further the main character's intrinsic value system was in Joker with Joaquin Phoenix, which, as we all know, isn't a bad movie. It's a good movie. It was nominated for Oscars. I just personally prefer a well-rounded cast of characters that help contribute to both the main character's drive and the story at hand. So even though I found the tension in this movie to be on point, the purpose of the film's story is a bit lost on me. I imagine writers sitting around a room creating the story for this film, and I just don't see the meeting lasting very long. It's a concept film. It's a what-if scenario film. What if a woman defends herself, ends up killing somebody, and in a panic disturbs the crime scene, tries to cover it up, but also has a conscience, and she knows she can't just disappear the body because it has a family. But what does her conscience cost? Meeting done, I just wouldn't say that the film is as complex or as complicated as it thinks it is. There are things in the movie that I enjoy, don't get me wrong, especially the performances, but I just didn't find the concept strong enough to warrant a feature-length film. It feels much more appropriate to be a short film, and I feel like it should have been a short film. Had they gotten rid of all those dips that aren't connected to the main story at hand and just kept all of the important stuff, it probably would have technically been a short film. To be honest, I wasn't very enthralled with this movie. A great performance aside, there just wasn't enough sustenance for me to care about the story. The characters aren't distinctive enough, nor does it have a natural flow that I can get behind. A strong performance simply is not enough. I scored this film 56%, 56 out of 100 possible stars, granting it the lowest possible score a D letter grade can get, so it's still passing, but it's really hanging on by a thread. Guys, if you've seen this movie, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it in the comments down below. As for YouTube, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button if you like this review and like to see some others like it. Hit the thumbs up button because that always helps out my channel. And don't forget about the little bell icon because that'll help notify you when I come out with my next review. And until then, peace out!